I'm CT. When I'm not hosting podcasts, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Well, my job happens to be CS, customer service. You know, solutions, relationships, generating motivation to keep my team pumped up and connected to every single guest who has chosen to step inside our store. This is C.T.C.S, episode number 71, The Masked Shoplifter and the Intoxicated Shopper.
Transition walk, day number 1. You hear that in the background? It's raining in this forest. Raining, 43 degrees. I'm shocked that you can't hear my teeth chattering. I need this transition walk. I would love to figure out a way to get more people to do this with their own personal lives, because we carry a lot of transitions with us from the moment we wake up to when you have to go and do whatever job you're doing. But it's a great way to clear your mind and heart. And it's also probably the best thing you do when it comes to just getting in touch with yourself and saying, hey, look, I realize it's been a real crappy day, an emotional hangover, but you are not taking it to see us. So what's the mindset of our guests today?
It's not a good mindset today. Today's a little rough.
I mean, what is it? Are they just being short with their words? I mean, is it weather-wise? I mean, because I've noticed that people are just cranky.
I think it is the weather. It's so gray outside, so everybody's moody.
Yeah.
But it's also like, especially the ones that give us specific directions and we follow them. But it doesn't,
something's wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't pan out the way that they wanted it to. Yeah. Like I had a lady earlier who wanted everything in a double paper.
Yeah.
I put everything in a double paper, but I told her it was pretty heavy. Do you want me to split it up? She said, no, leave it how it is.
Uh-oh.
She tried to pick up the bag and said, why wouldn't you let some of this up?
Okay.
I was like, you told me you wanted it all in one, but I can, build you another bag. And she was like, you should have done that before.
I'm going to go tell them that I don't feel wrong, okay?
Yeah.
Finally, after 2 weeks, we've got Marlboro Lights. I mean, this has been empty for 2 weeks. That's how popular this brand of cigarette is. I'm not a smoker, so I don't get it. But this one particular brand, I mean, they'll come in once word gets around, and they'll buy them 3 and 4 packs at a time because they know it'll be another 2 weeks before we get them again. She comes in. She wants to return some very expensive lights. And she says that she bought it from store 208. And I said, well, you want to exchange to see if we have lights? No, I bought it from a hardware store. So I just want to get my money back. And, well, do you have a receipt? I need a receipt. It's like the typical story. And so while we were waiting for it to come up, she goes, I'm fine. I don't need to return them. I'll find something to do with them. And I had to look to find out the day that she supposedly, she didn't buy them. Didn't buy them.
Yeah,
so she knew.
Yeah, she knew. She just thought you were just going to do it without looking it up, which was what most people think. Right. And then they get offended, but the ones that get offended are the ones lying.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. The only reason why I made sure that I looked it up, I never know if it's going to be a plant or not. I don't know if it's somebody from the store that's going to sit there and check to find out if I did my job right.
Sure.
Pretty much the team that's on the floor right now, these are the people that were out last week with COVID. And so it's really interesting to see how everybody has come back. And they're looking healthy. They look good. But, as somebody who doesn't want to get COVID, you still sit there and go, yeah, you know what, don't get too close. I'm fine. But at least the team is really starting to come back together again. We have a new manager in training, and she is right up happy. And what I mean by that is she's always looking for people's mistakes. And then she goes, man, I'm going to go write them up. I looked at her deep in the eyes, and I said, I understand the situation here, and why can't you have a conversation with them, show them where they made the mistake, and then let's peacefully have a solution here. But no, she's like, I'm going to write them up. I said, if you ever do that to me, I'll quit you on the spot. Because I'm not a power-happy person here, and that's not what this team's all about. I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with this write-up and why you can't be a power-happy person with threatening with write-ups and stuff. I've been with new guy Bill, and we've talked, and he goes, we're going to let a manager handle it in a way that where they can professionally change the way and figure out reasons why maybe this one particular person did not save the little piece at the end of the receipt. I understand, we all do, that it's going to affect the audit because you definitely need to do that, and points are given, are taken away from the different managers and stuff like that. But what they need to do, though, is they need to calm down and show people the way. So they've been caught, 3 times now?
3 times.
3 times. Last night they stole pizza.
It was the night before last they stole a pizza. Tez put it in a shirt, like thinking we're not going to see a box in a shirt.
Yeah. They're notorious for going down there to the corner by the water fountain and then stuffing their stuff in.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh, Jesus.
And like when they were going down there, they stopped at in front of 6 and started waving at me like, crazy people.
Yeah, like, hey, you're nice, man.
Yeah.
We like you. You treat us with respect. Yeah. And new guy Bill always sits there and says, no, that's their game. Yeah.
I know.
So you're having the conversation with them.
I will. I was supposed to figure it out. So.
You gonna put on your mom voice?
Yes. How do you do the mom voice?
Well, that didn't take very long. They're in the store already. Maybe 20 minutes after Holly shared it with me, they're going to have a conversation. They're going to take them outside and talk to them about their thefts, and that if it happens again, you're banned. In fact, I think what they want to do is they want to ban them right now, but you have to catch them at least doing something. And so they're in aisle number 5 by the crackers right now. I just learned something that my 2 years in the grocery store business that I had no clue. That most consumers, the majority of all consumers, when purchasing wine, when they're purchasing milk or anything liquid, pull from the left side. If you've got 3 rows of, let's say, a particular brand of milk, the one on the right side is probably going to be outdated milk because people pull from the left side. It is human nature to get everything on the left side. And here's what you need to do. You need to try it out sometime, even with different groceries and things like that. Find out what hand is really reaching out there to pick things out. Transition walk, day number 2. It's cold, very cold, 43 degrees, windy. Goodness. If this is the first time you've joined us on C.T.C.S. and you have no idea what a transition walk is, we all transition throughout the entire day. This mood swing to that mindset to whatever else is going to happen. In some way, somehow, you got to find balance because the expectations of others, of your skills, they got to feed into what they need, not what you need. You've got to transition. So we walk through this beautiful forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina, because I'm transitioning from the podcaster to some dude that's going to go hang out and see us. I don't know what it is about our electronic carts for the handicap, but they seem to be that one item that people like to steal. First of all, I don't know why we park them outside. That right there says take me. So we're down to 1, and we are in a neighborhood where we have a lot of handicapped people. And one, they're going to have to work on this one very quickly. But if you see an electronic cart, probably about 3 or 4 feet long, black and green, bring it back. Help us out, man. Help out your brother. Pet peeve. The overnight stalkers. When they fill up the shelves, the stuff that they couldn't put on the shelf, they bring it up here and dump it on the front end.
Oh, yeah.
Pet peeve.
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that shit.
Yeah, and but I don't know that it's crap until I take it over there and the shelf is overflowing. And then you sit there and you go, okay, look, guys, we're supposed to be working together here. Don't double our work.
Nope, they don't care because we're not here to respond to it and they don't have to deal with it.
A lot of merchandise is ringing up wrong, and that really hits me pretty hard because I've read these articles about all these other big stores that are getting pummeled by the state. They're finding them because they're charging more money than what it is. And so when I see this kind of stuff happening, and then they just nonchalantly say, hey, okay, we'll get to it. Look, man, you're headed into a fine if you don't straighten up. And I've had so many items today. They're ringing up wrong. We have a very interesting situation up front right now. We have a woman who is speaking fluent with her Spanish, and she wants to bring back her entire grocery list, which is about $98, and she has to have a store card to get any money back. Those are the rules. So, and here's the thing about it is that up front we don't have anybody who speaks Spanish, so we had to get somebody off the register to come over and talk to her. I'll keep you posted. For the love of God, this is 3 times today. A woman, short brown hair, very, very nervous. And, ripped pants. She fills up these baskets full of food, and then she comes up front. She starts going through it like just wild. And then she decides on the spot that, okay, I don't need these. And then so what it is that she doesn't need any of it. And then we're stuck putting it all away. This is the 3rd time. Let's get you an update as to what is going on up front with the Spanish-speaking woman who has brought in a ton of groceries and she wants all of her money back. store policy, and we're talking about the entire chain, you have to have an ID. You have to have a store card. Nobody gets money, and we have to stick to that rule. So what's happening is we're going to send her back to the store where she originally purchased it, and she got a little angry. She goes, I've never been treated like this before, and because thank God through an interpreter we learned that. But she was pretty upset that we didn't just all of a sudden turn around and just give her back her money. And we asked her, was there something wrong? She goes, I bought too much. And it's like, did you not know that you bought too much in the very beginning? But so no, we're going to send her back to the store where she got it. Busy night in the theft department tonight. We got in the way of a theft that was about ready to take place. We walked by it, and there's different patterns that you see when it comes to stealing the entire grocery cart of groceries. You go by it, there was nobody around. I go over and I wait for just a little bit, just see if anybody else approaches it. We counted it out. It was like $417 of groceries. And then what happened is that about 4 minutes after we took the cart up to the front, some man walks in, his whole face covered up, goes to where the cart was, comes up to the front where we have it. He looks at it, looks at us, and then walks off. Transition walk, day number 3. Oh my God, this forest is cold. 34 degrees. The sun is out. 34 degrees, a light breeze. So the wind chill factor is just cutting right through me. Trying to go into CS in a very positive mood today. I've done a lot of defragging in my journal. Defragging is where you're asking questions and then questioning the answers. And I know that I've been carrying a lot of weight for the past couple of weeks. And, I think sometimes it has really reflected in CS where I've been a little bit shorter with people. So today I'm hoping that through about 5 hours of writing, I've maybe busted through some sort of door, because I can't be an ass in CS. Going into the store, big bright blue sky. I was hoping to see that Chinese spy balloon that everybody's been talking about on Facebook. I'm not seeing that thing at all. But man, how about today I go in and I just be a CS spy. Find out what people really want. What's going to make their day. What's going to make this a better weekend for everybody and not just me. Because it ain't about me. Sometimes I want it to be, but not a good place. Damn it. That's not how you start off a day. Someone asked me up in CS, another coworker goes, hey, CT, how's your day so far? And I said something that my mother used to tell me all the time, and you don't know how it's going to land in other people's ears. My mom used to tell me all the time, CT, you were always happiest when you were in my womb. And that's what I said. I said, I'm going to tell you what my mom says, that I'm always happier in her womb. And they gave me the worst look. Was that offensive? Did I say something wrong? We've got a fairly large egg situation right now, and that is that we're out. We're out of eggs. How does the grocery store run out of eggs? And especially the eggs that we put on sale for $2.49 a dozen. And now we're going to be doing rain checks. So what we're going to do is we're sending a team of people over to several other stores that we own, and we're going to do our best to gather our own eggs. And we're going to their hen house basically, but we're out of eggs, and people are going, what the hell? All right, here's an update on Operation Eggs. The manager gets over there, they're out. Now we're really in a situation. They're out, we're out. No other store really has anything that they're willing to share. So we've got rain checks from this point forward. People always ask, what do we do with outdated candy? Because it does get outdated and you can't sell it. So I have about 200 Snickers bars here, and this is what it sounds like when you just go throw them away. Those moments where you know you're about ready to get scammed. Self-checkout is not where you buy $2,000 worth of gift cards. And thank God our guy over there came in and says, no, can they do that? No, they cannot do that. So I go over and I say, we're going to have to cancel this, and we're going to have to go up to CS. And she had a fit. I don't have time for this. I said, that's fine. We're going to cancel this because you're not going to buy these $2,000 worth of gift cards here. It goes against our policy. And it's one of those where if they're in a hurry like that, you know they're up to something. One of the things that you get used to as a broadcaster, you get used to it, but you don't get used to it. Even though I've been in the business for 43 years, you've always got a bunch of naysayers. And Mike in the meat department tonight, he goes, you're wasting your time. Nobody listens to podcasts. You need to get out of that and take on a real job here at the store. Go full time. And I looked at him, and keeping my ego intact, I go, Mike, I think that I come here as CT, but maybe it's time you get to know me as Arrow. Transition walk, day number 4. By this time of the week, Your body is tired, your mind is hurt. Your eyes are weakened, and you're questioning yourself. Why? I mean, you can't have every solution, but you hear every problem. So I have to get my God on, always on the fourth day, because that's the renewal, the replenish. And that kind of sets me up for those moments where I'm just tired and I don't want to listen. But I know a deeper reason sits there, and it comes from those moments when you get your God on. Starting the day off with managers asking me, did you take your radio home? I don't know. Is that the first step of old age? So I'm on my way out to the pickup. I got to find out. What did I do with the radio? That right there is a mystery. It's something that needs to be on TV. The guy in CS loses the radio. What will be heard in the real world if somebody picks up this radio? We have a situation out in the parking lot right now. A bagger has been accused of crashing one of the carts into a beautiful white car. They're taking pictures of the scratches, and the bagger's going, I didn't do it. I really didn't do it. And so it's going to be a he said, she said kind of thing. But you know who's going to win in the end of this? What would you do? I'm going to put this out there for you right now. What would you do? Would you pay for the dent? What would you do if you were the store manager? I'll keep you up to date. What are you watching?
You see this blonde-haired lady walking across here?
Yeah.
Okay, she's drunk as shit. She forgot to pay Tristan. See how she's stumbling?
Yeah.
She doesn't even know where she parked. Her car is the one sitting over there on the sidewalk. She's now walked all the way over here. She is blitzed out of her brain.
This early in the day?
This early in the day. She doesn't even know where her car is, see?
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's locked.
I'm afraid she's going to back into somebody.
Oh, jeez.
She was a hammer, dude.
She can't get in.
If that's even her car.
Right. But she did pay though, right? She just forgot.
Tristan had to tell her. She was already good. Tristan's like, you haven't paid.
Is this one of the situations where do we need to go out there and ask her if she's okay?
I mean, we clearly know she's not, but what do I do? You just make an accusation that she's drunk, even though she clearly is.
Yeah, it's one of those where she's saying, what are you saying?
Right.
What are you saying?
And then she makes an accusation against us. And
Yeah.
And then she said, but I feel like she's going to back into somebody. Like, she can't not get in her car.
Does she have her keys? Well, if she did, she'd have like a key fob. But I mean, this is like almost 5 minutes.
Yeah. And that looks like she dropped her bag or set it down.
I was thinking she was trying to get into the black car. I think it's possible that she's trying to get into the red one. I mean,
No, go ahead.
This is like live TV. You ever see that TV show live TV?
Yeah.
They're sitting there watching this thing long.
Yeah, I mean,
She's not going to get
did she get her door?
No, she's not getting her. Hey, we're going on like 7-8 minutes now. All right, she's now left the car. She's going to the other side. Dropped her keys, yeah.
Dropped some paper. Russians following right there.
Do you think she'll realize it's probably not the car?
I don't know, man. Well, she did it down.
Did she get in?
No, I think she did down.
So security's on their way then?
Yeah, he said he just shot through here. He said, I just went through there. I'll make my way back.
I want to go over and ask her again if she needs help. I mean, because we're on 20 minutes now. So I just want to. This doesn't seem right. It really doesn't. Checking back in. See if you need any help.
Yes.
Okay, what you want? So the key fob does not work at all. Let's see. Get the heck of it. So,
Yeah.
one push the red one to see. Doesn't do it.
Okay.
Because it doesn't look like that it's going into the thing.
Okay.
Is there anybody we can call for you?
I'll figure it out.
Okay. You want to go in and sit down or anything? Okay.
I'll work it.
Okay.
You're okay.
Okay. Excellent.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. I just checking in on you. Okay. All right. Security has come. Security has arrived. So we'll keep you up to date as to what is going on.
There you go. Another exciting edition of C.T.C.S. Never the same day twice, never the same drama story twice. Always something new to explore. Hey, you can find out more about these. There's like 60 some odd episodes. Just Google it or go to iHeartRadio and put in "The Customer is Never Right," and you'll find all the episodes. Thanks for being here.